Hello, this is Dr. Young, and I'm going to go over your week 2 work. I'm not really sure if there's some sound in the background. I apologize. I live right by a train, so kind of goes with territory when you live near a train track. So anyway, hopefully it will pass. There it goes. Okay, for week 2, assignment 1, your discussion. You're going to talk about ADA. And basically it's a case, like a hypothetical case of someone that you've hired. And, I'm sorry, not that you hired, that you want, that you are interested in hiring. They've applied for a job. And, but the person that you may hire, or the issue is that the area their work area is not ADA compliant, excuse me. Anyway, so basically you want to hire someone to do accounting and payroll. Bookstores downstairs, offices upstairs in the older building, operating, the essential functions of an accountant. It kind of goes over what those are. So you've got this area, workspace, that's at the top of a flight of 24 steps. There's no elevator, and the building is too old to be ADA compliant. A firm is struggling financially but hopes to increase sales as a new coffee shop just opened up next door. The most qualified candidate is someone that needs an ADA compliant workspace. So now you have to think about how you can get around these obstacles. And there are different methods you can think about. And you need to, excuse me, tell me what you would do. Delivery. Choose a way of communicating the recommendations to this firm, the accounting firm, and then answer those questions. So what you need to think about is, what is a reason? Okay, how can you make the area ADA compliant? Is it economically feasible for the firm that is struggling? What does the law say? And what are some alternatives? Is there any way this person could do the job? And I mean, I've obviously got some things in my mind. I'm not going to tell you the answers, but I want you to think about those questions and think about, maybe other ways the job could be done, too. So anyway, find a court case on ADA that has reached a verdict, and how did the court case interpret the law as written? So we've got all of these things going on here. And if you look at the rubric, it's going to be the regular discussion rubric that you saw last week. The rubrics for discussions are always the same. They are generic, but they are always the same. You want to make sure you meet every requirement are right here in this column. Same thing every week. I mean, obviously, but as far as content, you want to cover all of this here. If I can highlight it. There we go. All of this here needs to be in your answer. All of this right here. So make sure to do that. Okay, for week 2, assignment 2, another case study, Bob and Mary. So read this whole situation, use the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and 1991, talk about sexual harassment. Is it sexual harassment? And answer these questions. I mean, this is really straightforward. The case is right there. Is she experiencing sexual harassment? What kind is it? What can HR do once she reports it? Would Bob be found guilty? Why or why not? If HR manager investigates and finds Mary is telling the truth, what should be done? Should anything be done? What is the punishment? And what can the punishment be based on the law? And if it's found in Mary's favor, What options does the how can HR remedy the situation? That's kind of the same thing. So anyway, make sure to do that. Here's your rubric. You can see the points breakdown here. Excuse me. So tell me about the 2 types of sexual harassment as an introductory to this paper. An introduction kind of. You can kind of transition into, and then the HR department obligations under the law. What do they have to do? What is the process? What are their legal rights? All that part of it. And then critically evaluated the potential for finding in Mary's favor. And when you're doing this, if you do find in Mary's favor, that's great. Why? If you don't, tell me why. Support your information. Have an argument for it or against it, whatever, or against it, if you're taking the stance that Mary doesn't have, it wouldn't be in Mary's favor, tell me why. Basically, I just want to know why. And then the last one, of course, is the APA format, grammar, the usual, that I spoke about last week. So just some notes and about last week's work. I've graded your week 1 assignment. I'm going to read your discussion. I'm going to grade your discussion tonight. But your week 1 assignments, I'm noticing APA format problems. When I say APA format, I'm talking about when it's your assignments, you need to follow the exact format for APA, a paper. And I would go back to the APA resources and it's in this section here. But I really think, I think that students are just kind of missing that, and I want to just make sure that you're using the resources in this course. And this course has a great resource for that. Hold on, let me get up here. There we go. South University Policies and Guidelines. If you go down here, if it loads up, yeah. Academic integrity, no, that's not it. APA format should pop up here in a minute. I'm sorry, I'm not, my internet's a bit slow. I don't know why. Where is there it is. Using APA standards in your coursework. This is a great resource. I would definitely use it. Make sure that you're looking at this, but there is a sample paper, look right there. There's an entire sample paper that you could actually use to model your paper on, as far as, exactly how it should look right here. I would definitely study that. Also, some of the students' responses weren't detailed enough for last week. I did notice that. And I haven't graded the discussions yet, but make sure you focus on 2 substantive responses, not 3 or 4 small ones. I'm looking for quality over quantity here, so make sure to do that. Otherwise, I'm seeing some pretty good work so far. And it's a good start to the class. So let me know if you have any questions or concerns. I'll be glad to assist you in any way possible. And I hope you have a great week. I look forward to hearing from you in the discussion threads. Also, if you find yourself working on something and you're stuck, text me at 502-593-5590. It's 502-593-5590. The number I have in the class is Google Voice, and that, it's not that you can't use that, but I'm just talking about for emergencies. You need to get a hold of me right away. Use that number instead, because that's kind of my personal text, which I always check first. But otherwise, use the Google Voice one. So anyway, thank you, and I hope you have a great day.